Welcome back, fellow solution seekers. It's Dragana here, your guide on this journey to uncovering innovative solutions to today's challenges. I am thrilled to have you join us again in our second episode of Solution Seekers, where we will dive deep into the minds of visionaries shaping the digital future. Today, I have a very special guest who is at the forefront of revolutionizing the tech industry, not only by his groundbreaking ideas, which are awesome, by the way, but also with his drive for innovation. So joining us today is none other than Kamyar Gilak, a head of software development department at Bosch. Kamyar, welcome to Solution Seekers.
Hi, thank you, Dragana, and I'm also thrilled to have this opportunity to be part of a great podcast. Thank you.
I'm delighted to have you here with us today. So Kamyar, could you please tell us a little bit about yourself and your background?
Yeah, sure. I have started experiencing the software industry basically after my bachelor degree, which was on 2007. So I started basically on that time with the backend development in Java language with like different frameworks, experiencing different frameworks on the way. And when the front-end frameworks time came, I also started learning them and to become a full stack developer. Then I took the opportunity to take my master's degree in the software engineering, and then again continuing the path of the different development framework in backend and front-end in the industry and experiencing them. In 2018, I decided to relocate to Germany and continue the software journey there. And since then, I had even more opportunity to grow in both specialty and some personality aspects of my life. And it's been almost more than a year that I've joined Bosch, and I've got opportunity to grow fast based on the well-made environment at Bosch. And then I became the head of software department in one of the Bosch department and continuing the journey with this role.
Thanks for the intro. You progressed quite quickly since you moved to Germany. So congratulations on that. So Kamyar, my first question to you will be, what sparked your journey into software architecture? Was there a specific moment or experience that guided you towards this career path?
Oh yeah, thanks for the question. Yes, I can say that I come from a software development context, and as a developer in everyday life, you face with different challenges and obstacles in the development journey of the software or service you are developing. And then you start questioning yourself why we are facing such issues and what could be the best way to get over it, to what would be the best solution for it. And realizing if we could have a different design, if we could have a different architecture design for the services or infrastructure design, it probably could cover the edge cases that you are already facing. So finding the solution, the best solution for the problem that you are facing is the important point. And by gaining more maturity level in a software development, and after learning about many concepts like design patterns, different architecture, system design and modeling, software development life cycle, deployment, and the strategy of that, scalability and performance optimization, and many other buzzwords, which I don't want to go into each detail. You will have a vision of a different aspect of the software development piece by piece. And then you can start forecasting the obstacle that may have arisen on the development path if you choose like a set of solution together that maybe you will face something based on your experience and the insight you probably will gain. Then having this vision based on the knowledge has convinced me to start with the solution architect role, or like designing the architecture for the services and software.
Okay, yeah, thanks for the input. So can you perhaps outline some key steps? First of all, to become a software architect. You may mention maybe some milestones that contributed to this, your current position.
Yeah, sure. Actually, becoming a software architect normally requires a combination of educational qualification and maybe practical experience and a good understanding of different aspects of the software development altogether. And you need also problem solving and critical thinking capabilities as a personality structure, but you will gain them step by step with experiencing different things. It's not some things that you become in a university, or you can train for it, but some things you need to experience and feel it. But regarding the educational aspects, I can mention some points that could help the ones who wants to go to the path. Some of the things that helped me myself is like the language design patterns, like having a good understanding of what are the design pattern and when to use them. It will give you the insights to choose the correct solution when you face the specific obstacle. And for doing that, I normally use some website. I think it's not unfamiliar for the developer, like refactoring groove design patterns. It's one of the things I really enjoy, explaining the good shaping and with some detailed codes. And also you should have some insight in the architectural design style, like what are the MVC, MVVM, domain-driven design, microservice design, event-driven, monolithic, serviceless, and which solution are a best fit. And I normally see the arguments between the developers that this solution is better, that solution is better than this. And I can say it's not that. It's really about the use case you are facing. To choose the solution, you need to find the solution based on the situation you are facing. It's not about which solution would provide the better choice. And you should be definitely familiar with at least one of the programming languages and the technologies which is including in it. You should know the tools set that you want to use. Otherwise, you don't know which tool you should choose, and you will miss the timing. Then I could mention the system design and modeling, so how the ability to understand the whole different complex software system and the behavior, and also maybe some points about domain knowledge. It would be good to gain some domain knowledge to see the obstacles which are needed in the domain, the specific domain. For example, in Netflix, you need to stream and you need to know this domain, how to stream the video. But if you are working in the e-commerce context, it's a really different domain. So you may face different issues and you need to have different solution for them. Yeah, so that was mainly my perspective upon it.
Yeah, thank you. Now I'd like you to spare a few minutes to reflect on your career so far. Could you share with us maybe a specific project or accomplishment as a software architect that perhaps stands out to you and brings you pride?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. I can think of my recent project at the moment in Bosch that we are working on it. We have a set of very interesting challenge, which were very different from what I normally have experienced in a normal software development structure. It's about modeling the knowledge and how to benefit from this advanced modeling structure. The name of this is ontology, although the ontology is coming from the very high definition in the philosophy, but there is actually an approach which is ontology-driven software development. And the key structure of it is how you can model the data, the way that you extract the knowledge from it. So you will need to define the correlation between the nodes and the different structure of the nodes that is being defined from the ontology. And yet there in the database, we don't follow the normal modeling and we should follow the zero knowledge based structure or time series based structure for the data storage. These whole different approach was very struggling to be honest in the beginning, but it became very interesting after I learned how to deal with it and how actually even the for example the new hype AI are using this knowledge modeling to train themselves the AI and to benefit from this knowledge modeling. So with that, I learned how to create a digital twin of the reality into the basically how to model the reality into the digital twin in the computer and how to use this structure to be able to query the not just the data, even the knowledge from that. So the nature of the system actually needs to have an architecture which brings the level of the dynamicness that can handle and evolve based on the fast changing model and adapt based on the needs. And the reason why it is a special achievement for me with an alignment of the different design pattern and the architecture, we have designed an ecosystem which provide a flexibility to serve every user of the system with a different use case. So this dynamicness we brought to was one of the things that I really liked, which was like the combination of the like best practices and system design. And even if there are needs for adding a component and extension of the system to serve specific needs of the client, it can be done easily without any development and just based on the extension of the ontology. So it was the reason I really like this approach.
Yeah, fantastic. I think it's a special model or system they are using. I'm not sure that many organizations are having such model in place.
Exactly. I think it's kind of thrilling to go to this direction based on the AI hype to just having some domain knowledge structure, which is giving this as a prompt to the AI to learn the AI for this specific domain and use this AI based on your organization domain knowledge. So it would be very beneficial, hopefully, in future for AI also.
Yeah, I'm sure I will. So the other thing I wanted to ask you is, obviously you've been in this position as a head of software development, but previously you were team lead. So how do you personally maintain motivation and how do you continue growing in your role? Are there specific habits or practices that helps you to stay sharp, so to say?
Yeah, so I think one of the aspects which is really, I consider myself as a lucky person is I really love my job. So I love things about software development. And when you do it as your normal daily life, what you love, so it's really good for keeping you encouraged and continue to do it. And one of the core feature of the software industry is basically is very fast evolving of it. And if you want to be one of the player in the industry, you should accept this fast evolving actually spirit of the software industry. And you should have a plan to adapt your knowledge based on the fast evolving change. So from very beginning, I committed myself to have a plan that I need to read books, articles, take courses, and if I have the opportunity, take the certificates that is needed, and also to just seek the other options that help me to keep growing from personality and specialty perspective. And of course, I really enjoy it very much. And when I learn new things, it's also give me that, okay, there are more things to learn. And then you, again, motivated to learn more. It's like that. And step by step, it became some hobby, and then it's kind of became some food to the brain that you need to learn and keep learning like that. So it's, I can say, some personality grow together with a specialty in this field to you need to keep yourself sharp and motivated and to keep growing.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, technology is ever evolving, so you need to keep yourself updated. Now, this next question is very similar to the previous one, but just wanted to ask it anyway in sense of now your position at Bosch. So how do you stay motivated there, and how do you foster continuous learning and growth? So what practices have proven effective now to keep you sharp now in your position where you are?
Yeah, I can think of two different aspects. One is the environment that you are working in, and one is your personality. And I've had experience working in different size of companies, but I can admit that working in Bosch is really lifted and different level of the well-formed working environment, very mature and well structured in many aspects, which enable you to focus on your potential grow point and to do it. Absolutely, there would be some. I mean, the base and they try to provide it. Maybe not. They cannot do it for everyone, but this is at least the effort I can see and the perspective I can see in the environment. But beside the good atmosphere and the platform, as I mentioned, which you can be lucky to have, you need to have a strategy. It's like this personal part of it for your and choose your next step wisely. So this strategy comes from your personality and the knowledge that you have and bring to the point. Some of the points that I have put it as goal for this strategic planning was like, and helped me to grow this in my personality was like a teamwork and doing some team decision rather just going with your decision. And so you need to train yourself and your team to take the decision together, not argue and but to be able to decide together, to have the knowledge that who is like better in which aspects, and then combining these abilities to use the best potential of the team. And also the what I really liked to do is promoting the knowledge sharing. So every team member should share the knowledge, domain specific, and also some technical sharing knowledge, which is really helpful to grow and feel the grow among the team. So everyone will be happy, and team member will see themselves that are achieving a goal all together, not a person are like being fighting for all the team and like being burned out. And also very important also for myself when back in the time was seeing the opportunity for growth. So you should see the room that you are receiving knowledge and you are growing from technical perspective and you're learning things, which is I see that as kind of food for brain and spirit. So, and you also need to stay with the current industry trends. So if you just keep with very old style structure and trend, then you will lose the developer, because they see, okay, if I stay with this team, I will lose the insight very soon. So you're in the software industry, you cannot continue just with the old style things. And you absolutely should celebrate the success together with the team, that you bring this happiness that we achieve it, even with the small points, but team achieved that. So be part of the team and gain this happiness. So everybody will be encouraged to be, push even further the team. And also two personal habits that's really helped me to gain insight for different aspects. I can mention that reading a book in leadership and also personal and team growth context, and also keep working balance with working and life balance with consistent physical exercise. It also helps me to have the confidence to grow.
Absolutely, I agree with that one on you. It's not just feeding your brain with food. You also need to feed
exactly.
your legs. Stay fit. Staying too much in front of the screen can be damaging for body as well. So Kamyar, one other thing I wanted to ask you is, it is one thing keeping yourself up to date and staying sharp, but working with a team is a huge responsibility. So how do you maintain balance between technical expertise while also leading and managing a team effectively?
Yeah, very good question. As a technical person, when you take over a lead role, either team lead or maybe a different lead position, which will also contain in a technical responsibility up to some extent. And you will face several challenges. Basically, the leadership needs its own knowledge, and you need to have it and train your personality upon that, to grow it in that direction also. And let me make a tangible example. I think every technical team lead has faced up to some extent this issue, and it is a time management issue, I can say. When you are just a technical, you will invest a reasonable amount of time to solve the issue and finding the solution for that. But when you became a team lead, then it's not just one problem that you need to solve. It's like several problems, and you have very little amount of time to go through every problem that your team member are facing, or technical depths that they are facing, and they need your consultants and to take a decision to go forward. So you will need some time balancing between this. For doing so, you need to improve the soft skill among your technical skill. Either you will face with burnout because you, in the previous approach, you were going to every detail. When you take the lead position, you cannot do it. You need to understand that you can't do everything yourself. If you understand this, then some of the and you grow with some of your soft skill, I think you can gain the possibility to have the good lead of the team, like doing the good leadership there. So I can maybe think of several points, like you should stay informed. You should keep yourself into the circle, and up to some extent you need to be engaged into the things. Otherwise you will lose the insight into the specific things that you need to also engage and take a decision. And you need to have maybe time allocation, some balance between this time allocation. And you definitely need to trust your team. You should align with your team member and trust your team. Give the responsibility to them, provide the grow opportunity for them. And also, yeah, you definitely need to develop your leadership skill, and you definitely also need to communicate effectively. So if you miss the key of the communication, then step by step you will go downwards, I can say, because you really need to reflect very clearly in a specific amount of time your purpose and understand the purpose of others. And you should stay approachable if for everyone. So if everyone has some things to discuss with you, you should not be some stars which is not being reachable. So you should be approachable to be discussed, to talk with. And yeah, these are maybe points. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think being approachable is such an important skill. And yeah, being able to communicate well with the team.
Exactly.
So I wanted to ask you, because Bosch is such a large organization, so what are some of the most significant challenges that you are facing when leading a team in such an organization, and how do you approach solving these challenges?
Mm-hmm. I cannot really think of the challenge which are really specific for the Bosch environment, but I could explain some challenges that I have faced and learned from them. Beside the time allocation challenge, which I mentioned in the previous question, I can say having leadership responsibility in a very diverse and multinational organization needs a specific level of understanding and also some level of perception of the different personality and culture. So imagine a situation that a team member is facing hard time in his or her personal life, and in the same time in the other culture, other time zone, they are celebrating their new year. So some of the team members are very encouraged and happy. Some is still like sad with the situation that facing. And you need to really learn to walk with a different person's shoes in this case and understand the team members, keep them motivated and enjoying the atmosphere. So they should feel that they're being cared and supported. Otherwise, it would like preserve a bad feeling. And yeah, work with understanding of the situation that they are facing in their personal life. So yeah. I try to adapt based on it, but it's not easy, to be honest.
No, I can imagine that. So from what you've just said, empathy is a key skill that you need to have if you want to be a successful leader.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. So now, given the dynamics and the nature of such a large organization as Bosch, so how do you stay informed about latest leadership methodologies and trends? What do you do?
Yeah, at Bosch, I can say, and up to my knowledge, we have a very vast and diverse training strategy, which will help in this direction. And in a different aspect and level, and you can select and take them. So based on your level and which technical things you want to have. Or even personal soft skill. And you normally have a full support of your manager to learn and grow. So here it's not really difficult to, if you want really to continue the growth of your personality and technical aspect. Also in a leadership position, it is also contains several mandatory and optional training, which will give you the needed insight in the general aspect. But you, as I said, definitely can help yourself and read more and gain more knowledge with different books.
Fantastic. Bosch is doing obviously a very good job. But one thing I really want to discuss, and coming to this point now, is I am a research consultant and also a headhunter. So I do speak with lots of individuals who would like to progress further in their career, but there is always one thing that's stopping them. This would be my question to you. So how do you get to a leadership role if you perhaps have enough technical knowledge but don't have leadership experience yet? How do you get to that point? Or how do you reach that step?
Okay, yeah. So it's not about having experience or not. It's about mainly how you have managed to develop your personality and soft skill to gain the leadership skill. And if team realize, I mean, if you provide this from your personality to the team, and if team feel that yes, you have the ability and you can take the responsibility, which you like improve the team potential, and so you're taking care of different aspects, then into that point they may start offering you this position. But if you have not considered improving your soft skill and just focus on the technical skill, it's probably not be joyful to take such responsibility for this kind of personality, because as I said, you can consider it as a specific field that meets its own technical requirements, and which is mainly a personal soft skills. But you really need to learn them and you need to develop them. And it's not that you should born with it from your childhood. You need to gain it. And you can do it if you like to have it with the very vast knowledge are available in the internet, in the books, and so on. So you can gain the skill, and when you know how to use it to provide it to the team, then you will definitely get the opportunity to go to such positions. Sure.
Thank you for sharing your point of view on this, because I have experienced that great minds in this industry have such a great ideas. Unfortunately, because they are not able to verbally express them, they don't progress into leadership positions within organizations. So what you've just said is those individuals would need to improve on their soft skills, communication, to get to this position. So would you agree then that introverts, there is a hope for them also to get to the leadership position?
Definitely. I also was shy and kind of introvert. I had this kind of personality and not really, I think maybe most of the developer rather to not to speak, but just to deal with the computer and listen to the music they like and do some coding. Then because of that, mainly they go to the development industry, not maybe being in the different industry, which is dealing with normally every day with the other people. But you maybe after years you realize, okay, what about this skill? And then you become curious that could I handle it? Could I not? How should I develop it? then what I learned in my life is the talent is something maybe 1%, which I really doubt. If you really like to gain a technical aspect or a technical point for this specific things, you can go in that direction, learn it, grow in there. And if you be consistent enough, then you will gain the knowledge, you can use it, you can take the opportunity in that field also. Yeah, it's like when you play the instrument, in the beginning, you cannot really play. It's like not really helpful listening when you start playing the instrument. But after a while, if you keep training with consistent structure, then in the end, you can play music which are really good to listen for every ears.
Yeah, thanks, Kamyar.
Sure.
So Kamyar, my last question for today will be with having in mind young people who are thinking about becoming software architect or someone who is just starting in the field of software engineering. So what guidance would you offer to them in terms of their career progression?
Yeah. I would really encourage them that they find the path that they really enjoy. When I want to start playing instrument, one of the master that time told me, choose the instrument you enjoy playing, not the instrument that someone is saying. So it's really important that you need to find the joy to do it consistently. And it may be a question that, okay, where I should find the joy, then it's, I don't know where to start. I can again think of something. There is old Persian sayings that it says that when the water flowing, it will find its way. So you need to start flowing. You need to start questioning yourself and going deep dive to the concepts. You may maybe invest some time, okay, like put some purpose, like specific amount of time, okay, a week I will go to discover this topic if I like it or not. And always consider that if it is not just coming and going hype. So there are several things which in the software industry came before, became a hype for a few maybe months or years and vanished away. So if you invest time on it, then you will be regret after a short period. But how you will recognize such things are staying longer or will vanish by a short amount of time. Yeah, you need to gain insight, and the only way to gain insight is to learn more into the different aspect of it. And I would say if you truly desire something, you must plan for it and put the consistent effort. Achieving your goal requires careful planning and staying committed to your action over the time. So it's not, okay, today I really like to learn about AI, then 2 weeks after you do nothing. And without a clear plan and requires ongoing dedication, which requires ongoing dedication, your desire will remain just vicious and not become truth in your life. It's the steady effort of the determination that turns dream into the reality, I can say.
Mm-hmm.
So try to find the best fit of the tech stack that you really are enjoying, considering the market and the growth possibility of it, understanding the real tech trend which could be expandable, and resilience in future, and stick to it, I would say so.
Yeah, that's such a solid advice, a very strategic one. So basically, don't go with the hype, but do something
Exactly.
that you think is going to bring long-lasting impact onto your career.
Exactly.
Kamyar, thank you so much for being with us today. It has been an absolute pleasure listening to your experiences and also your advice, and also learning more about the Bosch as an organization. Yeah, once more, thank you again. And if you liked our chat, please give us a like or a comment below. Thank you. Bye for now.
Thank you. Thanks so much. And the pleasure was mine. And thanks for the opportunity. Bye.
Bye-bye.